Welcome, Sagittarius, to your love reading for September of 2018. So let's look into your reading. All right. So let's see what's going on with you for Sagittarius and love. So we're going to do an extended version, just a bit, the month. So overall energy, mutual energy between you and your love interest or romantic partner, what they're bringing towards you, your response, their response, your response, advice, outcome. Sagittarius. Okay. Mutual energy, overall energy, both of you might be taking a break from one another and just recharging, doing something to either heal yourself, even if there were confrontation or any kind of disputes. I feel like this is recharging and trying to heal yourself, trying to heal your heart and in your mind as well. So if you're thinking about what they might be up to, a lot of times that means that, if you feel like they're up to no good or doing something else, a lot of times both of you are taking time to reflect on the things that did happen. All right, so let's see, what might they be bringing towards you? So they are quite unhappy with either you or a marriage or relationship that they're currently in. So this is emotional instability, not really communicating well, not really hanging out much, not really happy, even though you might be around one another. That might be an issue. So something is blocking progress with either the home, the family issues, family interference. Those things could really bring an effect on the relationship. So I feel either you're away from your partner or even around them, something is very intense. So now, what is your response? So for many of you, this is like a marriage or relationship where you are severing a tie, or you're not around that particular person and you're under a different roof, but you might not really be communicating how you might feel about the connection. It's almost like staying in a marriage or relationship where you're not really feeling good, but you stay because you feel like it's okay right now. It'll do, for the time being, or the fact that things are not really bad, so you stay and say, well, maybe things can change and they can shift. But I feel like there's something going on where you might not be honest about any emotional dissatisfaction. What is your love interest response? So I feel like they are very attracted to you. They might really be they want to get close to you. For others of you, this is that's the sexual thing going on back and forth between you and them. But there's still something that might be all there is between you and them, as a sexual satisfaction that does keep you together for some of you out there. Now, your love interest could also, again, could be in a relationship with a husband, wife, boyfriend or girlfriend, and they're pregnant. But something is, again, they stay with that particular person and they don't communicate how they're feeling as well. So I feel like there's something where both of you might be dishonest about something. It could also be either burden or helping or taking care of a motherly figure or somebody for some. What is your response? Yeah, the change that is looming, some of you might fear it. So you stay where you are. Some of you might not even address the issue where you're not happy with the connection, so you stay. You kind of play it off and you kind of keep face to make sure that things don't become too bad where it can bring about the true tower moment and turn into a disaster, so to speak. I see the advice for you is where you're not really working together. These things need to change, and I feel like it could be financially for some. Your love interest, if they have a wife or girlfriend or boyfriend, if they're pregnant or something like that did happen, and both of you are contemplating about what to do, what to change. Sometimes it's a big move to relocate, whether or not to do that, to stay put, or to sever the tie and move on. So I feel like there are issues working together financially and not communicating. Somebody is like not choosing not to communicate or say anything because they're already with somebody, which is a good thing to do, because you need to free yourself up first, be single, then be able to open up and express yourself how you really want to, instead of having someone else in the picture, which could lead to bad karmic things coming up. Now, the outcome, the Wheel of Fortune. A lot of times, I'm not sure if Taurus maybe had this, and this is usually where you are going through the emotions, you're trying to manifest something, you want to open up, you want to express yourself, but I feel eventually that you might come through and be able to an idea comes to you about how to approach this connection after me trying to, express certain things, but the way that you do it, the things that you might say, how you go about it, I feel like this is where you might have a soulmate or someone that you might want to go back to or renew a connection with in some way. That's what it seems like to me for some, but there's some good things that will be coming towards you this month, maybe towards the end of the month. Clarify the 7 swords for your energy for Sagittarius. Yeah, some of you are definitely, again, you're hiding and not really expressing yourself maybe throughout the month, feeling restricted or frustrated in some way. Clarify the Tower in reverse for Sagittarius. You break away from is a restriction whether or not you should make a choice or open up to somebody. Again, getting out of a relationship or connection with someone, or some of you are fearing confrontation with somebody, and because of what happened, maybe it's a sexual desire or something happened with sexuality or something like that. Anything that might be personal to you, even physically, your health issues or things like that could be going on. A lot of you could be holding back because you don't want to reveal certain things about yourself or what you two have gone through with somebody else. So I feel like this is we'll look into what's going on here. So let's check from the romance angels for Sagittarius in love. So we have finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life, and again, that's where I feel like you might still be holding yourself back, and some of you might, again, you either stay with a romantic partner because they provide well, and that's where you feel secure, that's what you know. Children you might have together with somebody, and also the energy of having to wait, and some of you are trying to work to save up and then to be able to break up and move on or move out or whatever it might be with the connection of somebody. Some of you might need to communicate with your romantic partner instead of kind of dropping a bomb on them when things go right for you. That can be a karmic thing, so be careful if you plan to do things like that. So let's see messages for Sagittarius for September 2018. Then we have healing family issues. It said your love life benefits as you forgive your parents, and I just expressed what this was throughout the weekend, last weekend from August 31st to September 2nd. This card came out for you. So again, sometimes how you choose romantic partners can often be a byproduct of what your family or your mother or father, how they might have raised you, being there, what you saw them do, how it may have affected you psychologically. You never truly know until you really speak to somebody, until you really think about it, and someone else is kind of viewing you on how your responses might be, who you hold on to, who you have troubles with letting go of, and how your mother or father affects your relationship within the home, their choices, what they do, sexual addictions, holding back from somebody because of sexual fears, different things like that. So just keep these things in mind, okay? So lots of love to you, lots of light, tons of healing vibes as well. I wish you the best, and you can always go to psychicloveheals.com to schedule something personally for your energy, as these are general, okay? So have a good one and enjoy.